on this video, we'll be sharing you how schedule booking system works and how you can set up the settings for the schedule booking. So here on my screen, you can see I'm on the page where it says booking, dispatch, and payment settings. So this is a page you're going to find on our admin panel when you go to the main menu setup. And from the setup, you can click on to booking, dispatch, and payment settings. And from there, you'll see the three options on the left hand side: booking service, payment, and dispatch. So you click on to dispatch here, and then you can scroll a little bit down. So since right now we'll be talking about the scheduling booking, now this is what you're going to see on this panel here. As you can see here, we have three options of dispatch. The first one is auto dispatch, and second is manual dispatch, and third we have is direct assign. So these are the three types of dispatch available for you on schedule booking. So you can choose either of them. So if you decide to use only auto dispatch, you can just disable all these two options and your system will be ready for auto dispatch. So everything that happens on auto dispatch is will be taken care of by the system. So what it does is system will qualify the driver and they will dispatch the job on your preferred setting for dispatch time. So as you can see, this is available for the freelancer driver, and you can set when you want to dispatch the job. So let's say we would like to dispatch the job 17 hours before pickup. You can have this one. So system will dispatch the job 17 hours before pickup time. And you want to set up how you want to qualify the drivers. So this is how you dispatch a job 17 hours before pickup time. So system will send automatically. But how you want to qualify the driver depends upon your control as well. So you can select either AI system, which is efficient route modeling system, or you can select as standard logic. So either of them works for auto dispatch. So how you're going to define, now let's talk about what is AI, efficient route managing model, and standard logic. So AI basically means efficient route modeling logic, which works on the basis of this qualifying criteria. So scoring factor, here the drivers are qualified on the basis of 40% score goes to time to pick up the passenger, how long it's going to take for a driver to pick up that passenger, and 30% what is the distance between the driver location and the pickup location, and the vehicle class and match, that goes with 10%, and 10% goes to the vehicle type match, and next 10% goes to cost efficiency. So with this logic, the system will calculate the score for each driver, and whoever gets the highest score will come on to tier 1. So on that process, so tier 1 drivers are those drivers who qualifies with this scores and then comes into less than 5-kilometer radius. And next we have tier 2 drivers, which is for more than 5 kilometers. Tier 2 drivers, this is the group of drivers who are more than 5 kilometers away from the pickup location, and they will be dispatched 8 hours before the pickup time, which is dynamic. You can set it when you want to dispatch the rest of the drivers, if in case the first tier driver does not accept the job. Now let's talk about, this is how the driver system qualifies the driver. So as I mentioned, we have two methods to qualify driver. First, we talked about the AI system, which is for the AI smart, and for the standard, everything remains the same. The only difference is we don't look into the distance. We don't look into the distance factors. So we just dispatch regardless of the distance. So that's the difference between standard logic. Rest of the logic remains same, like vehicle class match. As you can see here, vehicle class match, cost efficiency, and vehicle type match. This remains as it is. The driver needs to be available, obviously, right? So this is how the standard logic qualifies the driver. Now let's understand how the dispatch flow works on this one. So on this one, when the booking is created, the system, depending upon when you have decided to dispatch the job, system will hold the job. So for example, the job is for after 48 hours and you decide to dispatch only 12 hours before the pickup time, system will hold for until 12 hours is reached and only dispatch just before 12 hours of the pickup time. At that point of time, the tier 1 will be dispatched, and that goes to obviously with a less than 5-kilometer driver, and then so on. After that, just before 8 hours of the pickup time, tier 2 will be dispatched. That goes to all the drivers that is more than 5 kilometers radius. And if any of the driver does not accept it, of course it goes to the tier 2, or else it will the job will be pulled out from the market and tier 2 will not be executed. So this is how the dispatch will be done. And to understand the other part of the dispatch scenario is, this is broadcast, basically means both in tier 1 and tier 2, the job will be sent at once to multiple drivers. So whoever picks up the job on the tier 1 will get a job, and if the tier 1 does not accept the job, whoever picks up the jobs from the tier 2 group will get a job. Then only the job will be pulled out from the market. And so this is how the auto dispatch works. And similarly, as we understood, in auto dispatch, everything will be done by the system. So system qualifies the driver, and system sends the job automatically at your desired time. There's no manual interference. You don't have to touch or do any manual tasks on auto dispatch. Now, if you want to keep this default, you can keep this as a default. Let's say you don't want to do this one. You believe in yourself and you want to take care of everything by yourself. In that case, we have manual dispatch. So in manual dispatch, again, you have two logic, how you want to qualify the driver. the dispatch will be done manually by you. So you're going to choose whom you want to give the driver, but the system will give you a group of qualified drivers. They will give you a group of qualified drivers who matches the vehicle class, who matches the vehicle type, and who are valuable, and those drivers are cost efficient. So they will give you, depending upon how much commission you are assigning to each driver, all those things, the driver will be listed out for you, which will be done by the system, and you can manually choose whom you want to give a job. So it's pretty straightforward, right? If you want to keep this as default, you can keep it. So for example, you want to disable it, you can disable this option and check the other option. If you want to enable, disable this one and make it as a default as well. Now the third option we have here is direct assign. Here the system does not interfere in your business, I mean in your the way you dispatch a job. You can qualify driver by yourself, you can dispatch whenever you want it. So this is called direct assign, either for company driver or freelancer or independent driver or for operator. You can decide whoever you want to give the job. It's total under your control. So these are the three types of dispatch system that you can choose. So you can enable, like I said, you can enable all of three, or you can just enable any one, or you can just enable any two. It's totally upon your control. Now let's see with an example how this works in real time. So for this one, on the admin one, we're going to enable all of three. Okay, and we're going to click on to save changes. All right, so now we save the settings here. So under the settings, we have auto dispatch, manual dispatch, and direct dispatch enabled. Okay, and we have standard logic enabled here. If you like, you can keep this one enabled as well, whichever you prefer. So in this case, I'm going to enable this one and save it again. Now we will do a test booking to see how this works on our booking system. So for this one, let's go ahead and make a booking. So I'm going to make a booking here. So this booking will be for, let's say, tomorrow. I'll skip this as Saturday, and I'll make a booking for now later, which is for scheduling booking. So if you do now, that's for on-demand booking, instant booking, which will I'll go through it later on in our next video because I want to keep this video short. So we're going to make a booking from the airport. So this is our location, and we're going to put the flight number, verify the flight number, choose one of the the airport information, meet and greet, the terminal and everything. So the price is over here. So I'm going to just put in my own price here, select the vehicle, select the passenger. So this booking, we're not going to do this booking is in-house booking. So we're just going to make it quick here. Put the note, admin to driver. We don't have any promo code, so we're going to make it car. And then we're going to dispatch is this one. So we have here, as you can see here, it says auto dispatch job to driver. Now it says this is available since we enable the auto dispatch. If you haven't enabled this auto dispatch, you will just get these options here, create reservation, and you won't have this button yes or no. So since the auto dispatch was enabled, so we can see, so we can decide if you want. So let's do the auto dispatch here first of all. So the booking has been created, as you can see. Now, like you can see here,